What's up, guys? I'm the Duelist Alliance, and we are back again with another episode of Local Topper Profiles, where I'm once again back with the local topper. So, who do we have here?
Cameron.
All right, Cameron, what did you play today to win in locals?
I played Sky Striker.
All right, and what was the deck count?
The deck count?
Yeah.
40, 15, and 15.
All right. So this is the first time we've had a Sky Striker deck, and with the new animation in Master Duel, it's perfect timing. So without further ado, let's get into the profile and see what you have.
Cool. So starting with the main deck, of course, 3 Ray. She is in fact Bay. This is the only normal summon you ever care about, playing Sky Striker. I don't care what other engines you play with it, you always play 3 Ray. Then we're playing 1 Rose. I've seen people play 2 of this. 2 of it's really bad. You're never using the graveyard effects because nobody summons to the extra monster zone. So really you're only using this as a search card to make your extra deck combos. Then onto the spells, because I play Go Second. We're playing, of course, 3 Engage. This is the best spell card ever printed. 3 Widow Anchor. If you're playing Go Second, you basically play 3 Widow Anchor. I could see why you would play 2 if you're playing Go First, but 3 is all that's required. Compared to some other lists I've seen, especially from some lists that have top ICSs in the last year, I am playing 3 Linkage versus some people playing 1 or even 2. This card is basically a must play because just against this current format, against rogue decks, being able to play a board breaker and then activate this as Chainlink 2 to summon your Sky Striker monster is really good. It's basically playing extra copies of Ray because you can just special summon your Link monster for free. Only 1 Hornet Drones because we only have 1 Hornet Drones, so that's pretty sad. But you basically always play the 1 multi-roll. I actually would have preferred to play 2 tonight based on just people knowing to get rid of this card. But a lot of times people forget to get rid of multi-roll, so you just need the 1. But 1's pretty good. Then of course 1 Area 0. Definitely don't play more than this, but it is kind of a requirement in pure Sky Striker. Then Shark Cannon. I have 1 in my side deck, which you'll see. 2 is definitely better. I sided it in every game. Just having the 2 right now to be able to remove cards from the graveyard is super strong. Then you can special summon to your field and then link them off. So I definitely would have played 2, but I only played 1 tonight. And then tonight, I did not have thrusts because I haven't played in 3 or 4 months. So instead of thrusts, I played 2 Afterburners, 1 Jamming Waves. I would probably only ever play 1 Jamming Waves in the current format, or sorry, not Jamming Waves, Afterburners in the current format, and I'd probably play these as thrusts because I'm playing so many board breakers. If you don't have thrusts, please get them. They're pretty cheap, but I played these instead because I just didn't want to look for thrusts and I didn't want to pay the $15 per copy tonight. Then, of course, 1 Rhoda. Kind of a little bit different than other Sky Striker players. I'm playing Desires. You'll see my board breakers. Basically, the whole point of this deck is to just go second to kill your opponent. So having this is just win more. I don't really care that I banish 10 cards. Usually I'll do all of my searching and combos before I even resolve this. Sometimes you have to just blind Desires, but 9 times out of 10 you're not going to banish 3 Engage, you're not going to banish 3 Widow Anchor. You almost always have some follow-up. So just having the draw 2 is really good. And then because I'm playing 40 cards, 3 Upstart Goblin, I just want to dig through my deck, really. I really just want to see all my cards. I want to see my board breakers without my opponents doing anything. 1 Called by the Grave. You never know when you're going to need it. If your opponent drills you and you haven't had a chance to search yet, or you haven't really had a chance to pop off, this is really good to stop the droll. It's also really good if your opponent shotguns Shifter on you when you're trying to play. So then we are playing 3 Droplet as part of our board breaker package. I think this card is better than Dark Ruler No More. Even if you're playing Thrust, I think this is better than Dark Ruler No More. The fact that you can choose what to negate and you can also then send spells to the graveyard. This is the same as Linkage. Basically, you're just sending spells into your graveyard to load up for your 3 effect triggers, like drawing the 1 off the Engage or Snatch Stealing from Widow Anchor. And the board breakers, 2 Raigeki. I mean, this is a blowout card combined with 2 Lightning Storm and 1 Duster. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. If you're playing Go Second Striker, you just want to see 1 or 2 of these cards in your opening hand at all times because you just want to blow your opponent out. And then kind of my sneaky tech that I use basically every game tonight that was this is probably one of my favorite cards of all time, Mind Control. This card being able to steal your opponent's monsters after they've made their board is just super, super good, because you'll just use it to link climb. Like once you blow your opponent's board out, then you're just going to snatch steal their any remaining monsters, and then you just link climb. So this card's super good. It's like playing 6 Widow Anchor, basically. And then for trap cards, just more board breakers, evenly matched. This comes up, usually this is one of the first cards I consider siding out, but as part of a board breaker package, it's basically a must play, so, especially since you're going second anyways. On to the extra deck. 3 Kagari, I mean that's mandatory. Anytime you're playing pure Sky Striker, you always play 3. For Shizuku, I'm only playing 2. I think 3 is only required if you are for some reason playing Go First Striker. Even in Go Second Striker, I would probably never play 3 of this. It's so rare that you even need the 3rd copy that it really doesn't matter. So I'd rather just have 2, and that frees up some space in the extra deck. 2 Hayate, that's pretty standard. 1 Kaina, also pretty standard. Then I play 1 Zeke. That is the only Link 2 Sky Striker I play. If Camellia was out, then I would play Camellia for sure, but Zeke is just a good generic Link 2. Of course, we're playing Dark and Hida to steal our opponent's monsters from the grave. Once again, the whole point of this deck is to just break your opponent's board and then link climb into big monsters and kill your opponent. And then, of course, 1 Little Knight. You can fight me on this. This card is way better than Azalea. I know people think that Azalea, it's a Sky Striker name, but it doesn't matter that it's a Sky Striker name. This card is just better. It's easier to summon, and the effect is more relevant. Then Azalea Temperance. This card would be like a consider cutting once Camellia comes out, but it came up at least twice tonight, and you know it comes up like every 2 or 3 games where you just need to summon this. But it's basically your Link 3 because we're not playing any effect veilers to make Celine. If we were playing effect veilers, we'd play Celine instead. But because we're not playing that, we just played this as our Link 3 for Axis Code Talker. And so, of course, we play Axis Code Talker. This is the best Link monster in the extra deck. Being able to, just once again, break your opponent's board and then pretty freely Link climb into Axis Code Talker, swing for 5,300, then activate a linkage or 2 and kill your opponent. That's super strong. And then I'm playing Boral Sword. I know we probably haven't seen this card in a while. This is one of those, I didn't have a 15th card to play. I don't have Camellia. I really wasn't sure what else to play. And Axis Code gets Nibiru'd so often that just being able to have an alternate Link 4 option is really strong. And this alternate Link 4 is pretty good. Once you clear your opponent's board of resources, it's pretty rare that they can recover. And so if you can just then reclimb using your Shark Cannons and using your Dark and Hida, this card pretty cleanly attacks for game.
All right.
And then going into the extra deck, of course, I've got my tokens, Field Center. Playing 1 Hamp. This is for the rogue matchup like Raid Raptor or anything that summons a like big boss monster that you cannot affect. Basically, you just add this in, search it off of Engage, and then summon it like a
This
kaiju.
is basically a kaiju then.
It is a kaiju, yeah. 3 Lancia. I threw this in tonight. I wasn't playing it before. I wasn't sure if I was going to play against Malice tonight. Wasn't sure if I was going to play against anything that banished. If you're playing at the regional level, playing at the YCS level, I would probably consider this card, but there may be better cards to play in your side deck. So I didn't actually side this in once tonight. Here's the Dark Rulers. Actually, in all the time that I've played like Go Second Striker, when I've sided this card and mained the Forbidden Droplets, I've actually never sided this in. So I don't know why I keep siding this card. I didn't side it in once tonight, and I probably would not side it in very often. I could see a situation where, like, if you're playing against, like, some major Wombo combo deck that puts up, like, 5 negates, why you would side this in. But you could realistically, like, if you just wanted to play 2 of this, you'd probably be fine. Then, of course, more board breaks. We want 3 Cyclones. That's pretty straightforward. There's my extra copy of Shark Cannon that I would probably consider moving to the main, especially if you've got space. Snatch Seal. This is just another copy of Mind Control and Widow Anchor. And then for the rare situation where your opponent's going to make you go first, you just play Barrier. This card's a blowout card when you see it going first if your opponent can't stop it. So that's just what you would play against.
All right. So then, knowing that you won today, what were some of the matchups you played against?
So round 1, I played against Pearly. Beat Pearly fairly cleanly. Then round 2, I played against, what did I play against round 2? I played against Ashen, which I have not played against before. It felt like it was like pretty good deck. Like, it had some potential, but I just had like the cards for it. I opened 3 Engage one of those games, and then round 3, because we only had 7 people tonight, I played against Mimigul. Mimigul won game 1 because I had no ways to remove its cards, but versus Sky Striker, if you see a way to snatch steal one of their monsters, if you see a way to like get to multi-roll or get to area 0, then you can pretty quickly remove their set card without them triggering their effects. And so that just makes it pretty strong into Mimigul. I felt like it was a pretty like even matchup, but I just had like the better hands game 2 and 3. So,
All right. And then, well, thanks for coming on. And then for the rest of our viewers, be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.